lot of other YouTube channels now, I realise now's the time a lot of you have started seed sowing, so I think I better join the club. Still having a few nights below zero, but I'm fortunate enough to have electricity into this greenhouse, so I've got a couple of heat benches, as you know about, and also a small propagator which I'll start the small pots of seeds off in. Like most people, my sowing season starts off with onions, and I may have said previously in the video before, I'm not growing so many of the big onions, what they call the exhibition onions, because I was disappointed the way they actually stored. Most of mine will be heat treated sets this year. There will be the odd few seeds going now, and I've got a couple, I've done some pots already. That'll be a pot of Kelsey from Pete Edwards. These are from Dan, Allotment Diary Dan. These are from his 2017, I think it was, where he had the over the £10 onion. And I've also got a few left, I think these are from last year, the seeds are. And these are the Robinson's Mammoth Improved. I'll probably sow about 8 to 10 seeds in each one. And I'm looking to get pick the 4 best to plant out for later in the year. During last year, you may remember, I put a video up where the guys from Clover Compost come and paid me a visit. That was Andrew and Sean. Well, earlier this week I received a phone call from Sean, the guy from Ireland, and he was in the area, and it's just a courtesy call, see how I was doing, and he mentioned if I'd started sowing any seeds yet. I said I was just about to start, and he kindly offered me a bag of their Seed and Modular Compost. Well, you know, for the past 3 or 4 years I've been a big fan of the Levingtons F2+S for starting the seeds off, but everything has to start somewhere, so he's dropped me a bag off. It's a flying visit, and I've got it in the greenhouse now, and I'm just going to put some in the tray and I'll show you what it's like. It looks very, very similar to the Levingtons. Fine, very fine. No lumps. And you can definitely see the evidence of sand in there and all. So, yeah, I'm going to be giving this a try. As I said before, I've got the pots labelled up. There's the Kelseys with a numbering system on the side, number 1. That'll go onto my chart. And so for the compost, I'll just lightly fill the pot. Let it go over the top. Get a tap just to settle it down, level it off, and then I'll get another pot and just lightly just tamp down, and that's good enough for me for sowing the seeds on. One final thing before I actually break loose with the seeds is that I like to dampen the surface which the seeds will be sown on, and then I know for definite that they're going to make contact with the damp soil. We've all got our ways of sowing seeds, but this is my usual way of a folded bit of card in the V, and it guides each seed down nicely. Just use a wooden lollipop stick to slide them down with. So I probably only want 4, 6 maximum out of here, but I'll sow about 10 or 12. Any spares I don't want, then I can give away. One last thing to finish it off is a light dusting of fine vermiculite, and that will just give them a soaking now from the bottom, and I'll put them into the propagator. I'm not sure how well this will show up. That there is the thermostat onto me little propagator. It's currently set at 18.3. I normally have it about 16 to 19 degrees for onions. And these are, we're going into this. This is a double-sized propagator. It'll hold 2 full-sized seed trays. So I guess that means my season is well underway. It'll be really interesting to see how the Clover Compost, the seed compost, compares to my favourite, the Levingtons. Time will tell, but first impressions, it looks very, very similar. Sean did say that when he was in the area again during the daytime, he'd like to come and have a look at the plot and see how it starts at the start of the season, and maybe return again in mid-flower. But so hopefully if he does turn up, we'll roll the cameras and we can have a little chat and all. So if you've got any questions you'd like to ask, if he does come again, I could maybe put them to him live on camera. I'm about to start sowing some mussel butter leeks now. These are sown in quite a deep pot, as you can see, because once I've sown these, I don't plant them all out together. I actually do them staggered, and I find then that they'll mature at a slightly different stage. This pot I'm using, for those of you who might recognise, is a David Austin rose pot. And sadly, David Austin, the famous world-class rose grower, he passed away just before Christmas. He's probably about 10-15 miles away from me. And sadly missed in the rose world and in gardening. Anyway, that's all the mussel butters sown now. Just move across. Usual rules. Vermiculite on. So that's the mussel butter leeks sown now. I won't be putting these in the heated bench or propagator yet, but I've gotten these polystyrene boxes, which are fishing or something comes in, broccoli, I'm not sure actually. I'll put that in there to give it a bit more protection during this few cold snaps we're having, and just pop a bit of glass over the top. I'm sure that'll bring them on a bit quicker. To finish today sowing off, just ended up with a few blanch leeks that I found in a packet left from last year, and they're in, it's about a 5-inch square pot, and I'll be joining the big mussel butters in the polystyrene box just to get them fired up. I'll just give you a little update on the last video that I put up regarding, it was Dave Taylor over in Birmingham, the guy who's set about restoring these allotments. Well, I must admit, after reading all the comments, I was overwhelmed, but Dave from our site has actually caught up with Dave Taylor in Birmingham a couple of days ago, and he managed to get his reaction to the video. Bear in mind that Dave Taylor is not what he describes as a technocrat. He's say the mobile phone is as far as he goes. He doesn't understand the internet or have any internet access at all. But Dave from our site actually showed him the video from the one that I put up, and he was taken aback, and also he read out quite a few of your comments as well, and he was overwhelmed. But rather than me try and explain it, I'll let Dave tell you what he thinks.
So we're back at Long Meadow, about a week after the video. Dave's here with us. We're just going to watch the video with Dave in his car. So put the heater on.
I better look and watch sog on that, don't I?
You don't, Dave. What I'm going to do, Dave, I'm just going to ask you. I'm just going to film this and just ask you a few questions before we watch it.
Oh, right off.
So you're aware that the video's gone online?
Yes, I believe. I've not seen it, but that's what they tell me.
And you haven't seen YouTube before or anything?
I don't even know what it is. I thought it was something to do with plumbing.
Okay. So we'll watch the. We'll have a look at.
Oh, that's a U-bend, isn't it?
We'll have a look at the video now, and then Dave, and then you can let me know what you think. So now you've just watched the MuddyBootz Allotment video, Save Our Allotments, for the first time. What did you think?
Well, I've never seen anything like that before. I didn't know you could get televisions on a damn table mat like that, and I'm very impressed. What I said may not have been sophisticated, but it was from the heart. And in allotments, if people get involved, they will find the enormous pleasure from them. And I was very impressed. It was jolly good. Eye-opener to me, because I've only just learned how to use the remote control on the television. So this is science fiction to me. But you can see what we're doing, see what we're trying to achieve. If you want to get involved, you're more than welcome. And I'm very grateful to Nigel and David for putting that together, because it's another rung in the ladder to get people out from the house watching television and doing something. When you get one life, you got to take a stab at it. We're not meant to spend our entire life, what do they call them, phone zombies, staring into a bloody screen from morning till night. Most of the people today, when they're born, you might as well give them a mobile phone and say, stare into that for the next 70 years, and when you die, we'll throw it in the coffin and you can take it with you. Allotments aren't about that.
And although you hadn't seen the video, Dave, you've been aware about other people that may have watched it.
Yeah, indeed. I've had every tree-hugging loony in the country's phoned me up or text me. They're all nice people. The one chap, James, he's offered to volunteer at the new site. And he's also taking on a plot because he lives not far from Longmeadow Crescent. And he's taken on a plot at Longmeadow Crescent. And another chap phoned me the next day, actually, and said he lives just around the corner on Kinghurst again. Can I have a plot? So I've let 2 plots on the strength of that, and I've got a volunteer. So we're well ahead of the game.
Fantastic. Also, Dave, you won't be aware because you don't know about how YouTube works. But when somebody posts a video on YouTube and people watch it, then they have the opportunity of leaving a comment about the video.
Oh, right.
Right. So when Nigel posted this video, he had, or when he normally posts his ordinary videos, when somebody makes a comment, he will reply back to them.
Yeah.
However, since this video has been put out, he's had that many comments. He's had nearly 200 comments of people that have watched it.
Good Lord.
And obviously he can't reply to them all.
I didn't realise there was that many nutters.
But I'll just read a few of the... I'm scrolling down them all here, you can see, Dave. And I'll just read a few of them to you to see what people have said.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well done, very impressive. Blokes like Mr. Taylor should get knighthoods, not the bloody millionaire guitar players.
Should get knotted, did he say?
Knighthoods.
Oh, sorry.
Wish more people would embrace gardening. Dave Taylor, what a superb bloke. There's not enough people like him around. What an incredible person to take that on. Thank you for that. It's amazing what can be achieved when someone steps up and takes action. Once they build on those plots, they're gone forever. It's good that someone is going about their business to improve people's lives. And what an amazing guy, Davies. You think at his age he'd want to stick to a job and not wanting to start another project? Good on him. I hope he wins through. Thanks for sharing this. Amazing. What a hero, Davies. Just goes to show what passionate gardeners can do. And it keeps going on and on and on and on. There's even people from America that have commented on it, Dave.
Good grief.
So,
I mean, in fairness, they make me out to be a cross between Albert Schweitzer and Mother Teresa. And the truth is, all I do is grab a spade and dig. But it's very gratifying for people to think I'm doing something half decent.
Yeah, wonderful to see people pulling together. What a lovely piece of land. Clearly could see its potential and has not been deterred from hard work. We need more people like that across the planet, and that came from somebody from America.
So we're getting replies from the colonials now. Ask them how they're getting on now they're on their own.
Another one that was quite good. From somebody that used to live around here, I think, and they've moved away.
There's one woman sends 4 jars of our honey to America every year.
Is there? Great stuff. What a success story. My granddad lives in Shard End. My mum and her brother grew up there. I might Google where the sites are. It'd be lovely to see them, especially after recently losing my nan and aunt last year. I remember that there used to be some allotments by there, and they were thinking about building on them. what a great video on how people are using them now. So obviously Nigel can't reply to all of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. So what he'll do, Dave, is he'll just do a little snapshot of this and put on his next video, so that everyone that's commented has known that you've seen the comments and that you've been able to respond back to them.
Yeah, well, I'm quite humbled by that. It's obviously reached a lot of people, and perhaps create more interest in allotments. And I'm doubly grateful to you and Nigel for going to the trouble to do it. It's anything that promotes outdoor activity and allotments. I'm all for. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Dave. As you can see, you're almost a global hero now.
So I'm DT International. I won't have to wear me shorts outside my trousers or anything of that sort. Well, I'm terribly keen on that kind of thing.
Well, as you saw from that, there's certainly no hidden agenda with Dave. What you see is what you get. A lovely chap. And I'm glad that something's come out of it, even in that short period of time. In just 2 weeks, he's had another 2 names go onto the waiting list for the allotments, and also got a bit of additional help, so that's got to be good news. I still find it difficult to understand that people are not aware of the internet and the capabilities of what it can do, but there you go. So I hope to be visiting Dave again during the summer sometime, and we'll update you from that. That's all from me for this one. So until next time, see you later. Bye for now.